All right, so today I want to sort of share with you a flip or an opportunity I'm looking at that, quite frankly, is just too big to tackle for me at the moment. But I think there's hopefully some lessons learned and some sort of key ideas that you can take away from my review of this property. And as always, do me a favor if you watch the video, go ahead and like it, leave a comment, and as always, share not only this video but the channel with your friends and family. All right, let's get started. So again, I wanted to share a flip again that I'm researching, sort of give you the story behind the story and let you know what I'm thinking. We're going to review the property in some detail and sort of give you the story. Sort of highlight the plan that if I were to pull this one together, what I'd be going after. Um, and then we'll sort of talk about where the situation could go. All right. So first and foremost, as you know, we've got a couple of flips sort of in contract now, just set to close. And what I want to do with this bullet is remind you to always stay engaged. The key to this game, whether you're a buy and hold landlord or you're doing something in real estate, is you always have to stay engaged. The market is always changing, always moving, opportunities are always coming and going. So just because you have a couple, you shouldn't just stop, sit on your hands, and do nothing. Um, if I were just focusing on the two flips that we have now, or heaven forbid, just the first one, I would have missed opportunities. So always find time to stay engaged. Again, just cleanly, don't get a deal. All right, we got the first deal last week. I could have stopped, spent all my time on that opportunity, and stopped looking around. And if that's the case, it would have been a mistake. The market would have passed me by. I would have not only likely missed deals, but I would have likely missed the trend in the market, right? You've got to stay up on the market. The market has a pulse, and it's always telling you a story, and it can move from a seller's market to a buyer's market and back and forth if you're not paying attention. So always stay engaged, or you're going to miss something, whether it's an opportunity or some valuable information. So you've got to stay engaged. Always ask yourself, what if I could do this or that to a property? Right? If you're a buy and hold landlord, it's what can I do to this property to increase rents? Could I add a carport if there's only street parking? Could I convert a family room addition into a master bedroom? What if I did this? What if I did that? If you're a flipper, it's obviously what can I do to this house to add value to the next buyer. So the story behind this property: it was actually built as a retirement home for a couple. Um, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure it took several years to put together. As you'll see in a minute, it's quite big, quite nice house. Near the completion, as you'll see in a moment, the main house is done, at least 99% done, as I can tell. They've also built two additional structures. Um, sort of think in-law quarters and an RV storage area, plus some residents up there. Um, the outside of those second structures are done, but the inside clearly still needs work. However, because they changed their mind, they're looking to get their cash out. And as many people sort of do when they sell something, and I know I have when I've sold stuff in the past, is not even property, just anything, is my first thought is I just want to get my money back, right? And unfortunately, in a situation like this, that's not always possible. However, it doesn't prevent people from thinking it's possible. So this story could have a bad ending. It's been on and off the market for at least 6 months, if not longer. I just drove it yesterday, and the house is vacant. Again, going to see it, it's one thing to see it on a street view or pictures, but I spent the time and drove it, 2.5 hours away, and it's clearly vacant. It's been vacant for a while. The grass or weeds up front are, at least 18 inches high and probably getting higher with the rain we've had lately, and that is eventually going to become a problem. The other two houses, like I said, aren't done. I don't know what to degree not done is, because there's actually no pictures, and I didn't want to trespass or anything on the property, but it's pretty clear that those are not done. So when I look at this property, because it is quite nice, and the main house is, let's just call it, done, I saw the opportunity to create something that I've never done before. And again, it's one of those things you do when you think about creating value. Is I was thinking about creating a multi-generational compound, right? I don't know if compound's the right word. Call it estate, call it whatever you want. But the idea is to put together an opportunity for a full family, right? 3 or 4 generations, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, whatever you want to live there. right? Because this house in total is almost has 9,000 square feet of livable space. And if you could not only complete that but also create outside activities, I think you create a lot of value there. So here's a picture of it. Again, it's currently listed at 600K. I first saw this property; it was listed at 660. At this moment, I'm thinking the purchase price that I would get into it would be probably in the low fours, but maybe it goes as high as five. As you'll see, that's the picture of the main house. It's is one story. Actually, I usually think there's a bedroom on the second floor, but it's mainly one story. The main house is over 5,700 square feet on 2.2 acres. There's you can see that off to the left, there's that little garage in the back left. That's actually the third house or residence. That's a car, and then next to it is a RV garage. And again, there's a residence above that. And then sort of right behind the pool, is a third house, which is actually, in this example, the second house. So lots of residents. Again, structures look to be done. I believe the second and third house here are not complete and need work. So let's just split the difference. Say it's purchased for 450. I think it needs 100K in make ready. I'm thinking those two additional houses need $50,000, and then I would invest $50,000 in the outside, sort of creating those activities outside. I'm thinking they put in a kids area, a nice monkey bar sort of gym area. Probably put in a putting green and also probably an outdoor kitchen, right? Really make the outside something that this multi-generational family could enjoy every day together. At the moment, this is just too big, right? Don't have, or actually, I don't want to commit all this cash up front to buy it. Don't have the private investors behind me that are willing to go that deep, and quite frankly, not sure what the after repair value is. But again, the story behind this is not any of that. It's I found an opportunity. There seems to be, if not a motivated seller, a soon to be motivated seller, and I always sort of stretch my mind to think about what we could do, and I'm really intrigued by the idea of creating a multi-generational estate. So this is what I think happens. Please know I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong in this situation, but I think this may have a bad outcome. The reason I say that is vacant homes eventually will have some kind of event that causes pain and reduces value. I don't know what it's going to be, and again, I hope it doesn't happen. But there could be break-ins. There could be water leaks. There could be roof leaks. There could be broken windows that cats get into or birds get into. Who knows, right? It's just vacant homes, and what I saw yesterday, it's been vacant for a while, are eventually going to have a problem. It could be years out, but a problem is going to happen. And then I think at that point, the stress of owning this asset, which again they don't want, they're looking to quote unquote get their cash back. Is going to become increasingly consuming cash, meaning new cash, and that is going to become a problem. And then they'll be very motivated to sell. And unfortunately, I think that means they're going to get less than they could today in the future. Again, I want to close with this because I don't want to send any bad mojo out to them. I hope a lovely family comes by today, writes up a full price offer, and everybody leaves happy. That certainly could happen. It's a gorgeous house, and that front house at 5,700 square feet is basically priced at $100 a square foot. So clearly an okay deal today if you want to make that a primary residence. So again, I want you to always stay engaged in the market. This property was always above where I was comfortable going, but as you sort of research and look for opportunities to create deals, you look everywhere. Something I do. Just because you can't afford it doesn't mean you can't try to create a story or create value. In this case, would be creating the first generational estate or compound, multi-generational estate or compound, and I thought that was kind of creative. Who's to say, when the stress comes up that the owner doesn't decide to finance it themselves in 6 months and with 5% down or something, right? Think about that: 450 grand, 5% down, 22,500. I probably could pick that up for that and then run through my process, and I don't have to commit all that capital. And again, just always look for ways to create value, a unique story. Again, if you're a landlord, buy and hold, it's how can I increase rents? Is it better parking, meaning carport or garage, for street parking? Is it additional bedrooms? Is it a newer kitchen. I mean, whatever it is, right? Whatever helps you increase rents is the idea. And if you happen to be flipping, what are you doing to create value there? So as always, do me a favor if you like this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below if you have other ideas, and as always, share this video and more importantly, this YouTube channel with your friends and family. Thanks.